good possession by Shanghai, and Chin lays it in. Shot clock turned off. Oh, a graceful glide by Jerome Robinson. And a travel, and the Clippers will have one last shot here.
Tell you what, Brian, I really think Jerome Robinson's had a really good day today. I mean, scoring, he's, you know, he doesn't have big numbers, but he has been really good at facilitating and making the extra pass until he gets good back.
See,
I tell you
it
what,
works on you too.
Ron, I've been hanging around you a little too long, man. God, that was nice.
Motley laying it in. The Clippers up 30. Jerome Robinson put in the finishing touches in the third. Well, there is only one place to be in Los Angeles. All the eyes of basketball will be focusing on Los Angeles Tuesday night, October 22nd at 7 p.m. And that's Staples Center as your Clippers take on the crosstown rivals, the LA Lakers, on opening night of the 2019-20 season, presented by Agua Caliente Casinos. Great seats are still available. Visit Clippers.com to get your tickets before they are gone. Having seen it like this, Chauncey Billups, that is one tough start.
That is a very...
The entire month there is brutal.
Yes, it is. That's a tough start to the season for the Clippers. And obviously we know that they won't be at full strength, so that even makes it tougher. But again, for me, I think that this team will be gelling, you know, 35 games in. Get both guys back. Everybody knows how to kind of play with one another. And all that really matters is that they stay healthy and they're playing top-notch basketball going into April. So you can't overrate, you know, whether you're winning or losing some of those games, you can't overrate what happens the first month or so, month and a half of the season.
Chuck the Condor made the trip. You think he's going to fly home?
I think he's going to have to. He's going to take a couple breaks, man. Where? Maybe you should let your boys fly with him. What you think?
I might let him.
I'm pretty sure
It'll be a
they'll
more
say,
peaceful
yeah.
ride home for all of us. Well, Robinson comes away with another steal. Motley, look out below, a sledgehammer with a right hand.
Defense to offense, turn it into buckets. That's the team that you want to be all season long.
Motley with 9 points and 5 rebounds, but to go back and tie a bow on Jerome Robinson, his line today, 7 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds.
I'm telling you, I'm impressed with his night at, well, it's actually a day at the office today. He's been really good with the basketball.
Foul away from the ball goes on Motley. Turnover 20 on the Clippers. That is 7 turnovers here in 2.5 minutes.
Jerome pushing the pace, pushing the tempo. Nice job by Amir Coffey of rewarding that big fella.
Moda Eunice trying to slink by Derek Walton Jr. How far ahead as a player would you look at a schedule? When you first came out, I'm sure you looked at it all.
I did.
And then from this point on, when do you start looking at the schedule and what's coming up?
Oh, I from summertime, before camp even started. I'm circling dates. I'm looking at road trips. When is our first East Coast road trip or West Coast road trip? Who's on it? Understanding and knowing the first game of the trip is a big deal. I mean, I analyze all of those things.
Walton Jr. with a 3. Foul on Nunley. The Sharks. You know, we talked about it earlier in the show, how popular basketball is. It's crazy, crazy. How many people live in the United States, Chauncey? And I'm going to follow up with this.
It's about 360-something million people.
It's a very accurate census that you've taken. By the way, for all of Fox Sports West high school football coverage, follow @PrepZone on Twitter. We've got you covered with the best highlights, exclusive player interviews, features, and more. How many people play organized basketball in China?
My guess is probably about 300 or 400 million.
Have you been looking at my notes?
No, I've been to China a ton. I love the fandom in China. They love basketball. Even an old has-been like myself, they still appreciate. So I know a little bit about China and how they love the game of basketball.
They have 300 million that participate in organized basketball, and then another 300 million that watch. Oh, nice foul by the youngster.
And another 300 that watch.
So you like have 600 million
Wow.
that are involved in some way, shape, or form in China.
Wow. That's amazing. I mean, it really is. They love the game.
You've played there with the Nuggets. I've been there with the Clippers a couple of times. It really is something special.
It is. I mean, it really is. They love our game. As you said, they play our game, and they do it at the high level. There's some really good players that were born, you know, and bred in China. I mean, their skill development program is really good. A lot of things I respect about their love of.
It was 2012. Los Angeles Clippers in China. Look at that. You forget Grant Hill played his final basketball game wearing a Clipper uniform. And there's the Great Wall of China. That thing is impressive. Look at those young faces. And how about Lamar Odom?
Hello.
One of the coolest things about that trip, at halftime of the game in Beijing, they introduced LeBron James. Clippers were playing the Heat. They had LeBron and Wade to good ovations. Blake and Chris Paul came out. Yao Ming was there to a nice ovation. Biggest ovation, and this is all I needed to know about how much that country loves the game of basketball. Bill Russell got the biggest ovation of anybody, and you have to know no one ever saw that guy play.
First of
live,
all,
obviously.
As he should have. The legend, the great. He should have gotten the biggest ovation, but like you said, really impressive, man.
They have to do research to understand the impact of the game that the great Bill Russell had.
Yeah. I was actually on that team that year, but I missed the trip because I was rehabbing my Achilles.
You can rehab in China.
No, I didn't want to take that long flight. You know, it makes you swell up and things like that. I actually would, you know, I look forward to going on that trip. I love those NBA China games.
Walton knocks in another 3. I lost about 10 pounds in China. We were there for 8 days.
Why is that?
I'm a picky eater, Chauncey.
Tell me you was doing a lot of hiking or something.
All right, as I actually walked all the way up to the Great Wall. That's how I did it. But the best part about it was I got all these custom suits made.
Yes.
For like $100.
Yes.
Oh my, that is Jerome Robinson. Yes, sir. Oh.
He's playing well, man. I tell you what, don't underestimate this Nunley kid. This is a huge game for him. And here's why I say that. He's playing in China. Very nice guy. Jerome Robinson again. He's playing in China, but I'm sure his dream is to play in the NBA. So you get an opportunity as the feature guy to be able to show what you can do against NBA talent. And he's having a terrific game, 27 points. So this is a big game for him.
An efficient 27 points.
Jerome Robinson, I told you, this guy's been balling. Sneaks going right on the right side of the floor. Has no hesitation. Dunks the ball.
He had a great summer. His summer league was probably below his expectations. He didn't play great in game 1, but this is what the coaches have been talking about. 9 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. They talked about it all last year. He has a little point guard in him. He's got an ability to handle the ball.
Again, you talk about having a short memory, right? I mean, he struggled in game 1 and got the start. Got the starting 9. Had a very short memory. You know, he comes in here today off the bench, and he's playing really, really well.
It's Amir Coffey with the ball. Robinson with time and space. Great play by Walton. Robinson skies for the rebound and keeps it alive. Walton for 3. An injured player on the floor for the Sharks. And that's the one thing you don't want to see in a preseason game. That's Wang Tong on the floor. But it was interesting, though. The Shark player there looked to the officials and said, hey, the guy's hurt. You should stop play. Like, that's the difference in the rules. Looks like he's getting up. Just got hit right in the stomach. Good.
Hopefully just knock the wind out of him. He'll be okay, hopefully.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Nothing intentional there. Just playing hard, Jerome Williams was.
Out of the break a little early. Nunley leaves it short. And the Clippers come back the other way, up comfortably here. Just a few more minutes in Honolulu. Terry Larrier knocks down a three.
I like that name, Terry Larrier.
4-year guy. Last 2 years, UConn. Moda Eunice put out of control. So remember how I told you I got those $100 suits?
Yes.
Remember how I told you that I lost like 10 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
So I got the suits. I got fitted late in that week. So I'd lost a lot of weight. And when I got back home after a week and I went to put on those shirts, they didn't fit.
The 10 pounds was back.
It was.
Uh-oh.
But it was good motivation to try to go back. Basically just not eat for a few weeks. But yeah, I spent a good $30 on those shirts, Chauncey.
Really?
I couldn't wear them right away.
No, you couldn't take them, get them altered or anything?
No.
No.
No, because it wasn't going to work.
So losing the 10 pounds didn't work?
I can't lose 10 pounds again.
No?
That's hard.
I mean, you could have just acted like you was still on the road in China.
But see, there's no temptation in China for me. For others, maybe, and I'm not.
So basically what you're telling me is you need your discipline. You need a little work on your discipline.
Listen.
I mean, you said a lot of words to just tell me that, but that's fine.
Ooh, Kabengele shows the range, and that is not a fluke, folks.
That is not a fluke at all. I told you, watching him in training camp, I mean, they actually ran plays to get him to shoot that three-point shot.
Great deflection. Coffee with the recovery. Here we go. Look out. Make us proud up on the right hand.
When you get a steal like that, you deserve to take it full court and get yourself a highlight.
Nice little spoon feed there for Moda Eunice. I feel like here in Hawaii, there's a ton of temptations. And I indulged in many of them.
So you're saying you gained about 4 or 5 or maybe 10?
Well, I did run, so I feel good about that.
Oh, you worked out?
I did. I didn't see you in the gym, though. Do you lift, bro?
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, you must wasn't there early enough.
Palmer high-stepping his way to the rim. Whoa, and a finger will finish.
You must have been going to the gym at like 2, 3 in the afternoon. I'm like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Is that what you are?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Hawaii, at least.
Yeah. Shin on the drive. He'll go to the line for a couple of free throws. How many teammates would you have in the preseason? So you've got guys like Amir Coffey, guys that are fighting for a spot in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Now that there's the G League, they have an opportunity to actually play here in the States. Biggest roster that you had, and what would you do with that roster of guys that are kind of in this position?
Well, usually at that, they would usually bring in, 20, 22 people for the roster just to have extra bodies for training camp, knowing that they were going to have to shave it down, and most times who's going to, be cut on the roster. But, I took time during these, this little month or so just to kind of teach those young fellas, just let them know your opportunity. You never know when it's going to be. You always have to be ready. These are some things that I've seen playing against you in training camp that you probably need to work on that's going to get you to make a roster, whether it's this year or the next year, the following year. take advantage of your opportunity overseas. You know, at that time, a lot of players were mostly going overseas. Now they're going G League, which is an awesome thing for our league to be able to get that development. But just letting them understand that, you know, take this opportunity and make the best of it.
Great move by Larrier. There's 5 quick ones off the bench.
He has a beautiful looking stroke. He can really shoot the ball.
Wing Shu inside, no. Again. 29 for Mota Yunus. Dante Grantham out there, passes in the left corner back over to Palmer Jr. You see the score, 116-75. Lots to like today with the Clippers. Pick up their first win of the preseason. Doc was not solid, Chauncey, in the fact that Kawhi would not play a preseason game. But I don't know that for sure. Larrier left alone, has time to check the commissioner's signature, and then rips the cords.
Yeah, you know, seeing Kawhi here get out there and practice for the first time yesterday, I'm sure Kawhi would want to get some preseason reps, you know, if he can, if they will allow him to do so. Because that regular season, they start off hot. They start off very hot in the regular season. So I would, you know, if I'm Kawhi, I would like to get some preseason reps as well.
Back-to-back Lakers, Golden State, and then Phoenix. There's Kawhi. He'll probably go over to his bakery, say goodbye to his employees, fly over his island, and then head back home. Did you have a malasada?
I did not.
They're pretty good. But there is truly a line every morning here at Leonard's Bakery.
Really?
Yeah. But a successful week here in Honolulu, you have to think, with the win here, but great practice yesterday, and you can see that it spilled over on the floor here today.
Very good week here in Hawaii for training camp. 2:42 left. Hopefully everybody comes out of here healthy. You know, you've learned a lot of things from your head coach. Very nice week here in Paradise.
Now it's time for the play of the game, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. It is Mo Harkless.
Absolutely. Anytime you can go 7 for 7 and shoot 100% from the field, you should be player of the game. But he didn't just score. He did a lot of great things defensively, knocked down 3-point shots. He scored at the basket, a couple of block shots. Mo Harkless was very, very efficient in this game today.
Early and often. You mentioned 7 for 7. Grantham knocks down a 3. I always did enjoy this time for players like this. They are in camp working just as hard as everybody else.
These are the things that they probably expected from him when they acquired him this summer. I mean, he's going to win some games for this team.
Mo Harkless you're referring to?
Yes. Mo will win some games for us, man. There are going to be some games where he's going to be left wide open, you know, and he's going to knock down 3 or 4 threes in a game. Obviously, he's going to get us some extra possessions in a game. He's going to be responsible for playing a major part.
Again, acquired from the Blazers and kind of an opportunity for Portland. I believe it was for Whiteside. And in exchange to send Harkless for the Clippers to accept that, they sent down a first-round draft pick as well. And that was helping the ability for the Clippers to bring in Paul George, which, of course, was something that Kawhi Leonard was interested in seeing. Great fast break there by the Sharks. Nice pass by Motley. Larrier guarded 3. Flat-footed rebound for Motley, but he misses the dunk. A nice drive in there by Ming Chin. Stay tuned for the post-game show with Mike Hill, brought to you by Nissan. Are you going to be joining Mike Hill for that?
Yes, I am.
Are you going to be embarrassed for not joining the team in a shirt again? Or?
Well, I haven't been embarrassed since. But, you know, my pocket will be on the show.
See, I would feel uncomfortable, and, you know, like one of the things I always like to avoid is letting people down.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that's how I would feel if I showed up in a golf polo.
Oh, really?
I would have felt that way.
Even if it was a Hawaiian golf polo?
Where's the Hawaiian? That just looks like a downtown Los Angeles street.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is strictly for Hawaii?
This is very Hawaiian. 100%.
That's my fault. I should have known.
It is your fault, actually. You're right. You're right about that.
Because Mike Hill is dressed to the nines.
Mike Hill.
Jamie Maggio is dressed to the nines.
We will not miss Mike Hill. That bright red shirt that he has on, you're absolutely right.
Oh, a ferocious follow by Motley to put the candles on the cake here in Hawaii.
He made sure he didn't miss that one, didn't he?
9 points and 6 rebounds for Motley off the bench. Final few possessions here. Nunley has been very solid all afternoon with 31 drives and dishes there. Air ball, shot clock violation. Clippers will be flying all night tonight. Get in very early in the morning. Right around the time that Chauncey goes to the gym.
Yeah, I'm fresh off the plane right to the gym.
Yeah, tomorrow's a cheat day for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I do that once a year.
Once a year, huh? Okay, that's pretty good. So you won't work out, basically what you're saying?
Oh, no, that just means I'll just probably run 7 or 8 miles.
Oh, that's a cheat day.
Yeah.
You need to start competing in these bodybuilding.
Yeah. Clippers will have the off day tomorrow. Probably get back to it Tuesday. And prepare for the Denver Nuggets, October 10th.
That should be a fun one. I'll tell you what, that Denver team is going to be scary.
It's October and it's preseason, but it could be a conference finals preview. It really could be.
That'll be a fun matchup all season long. Maybe not the preseason.
That was a great play. Luol Hanchin lays it in.
That was nice.
Maybe the final bucket this afternoon. Clippers have been up comfortably throughout. And the combatants now shake hands. The buzzer sounds, and the Clippers pick up their first win of the preseason. Lots of love to go around. And a great exhibition here with the Shanghai Sharks. The guy that we've been talking about all afternoon is standing right next to Jamie Maggio, Jerome Robinson. Jamie, take it away.
Brian, thank you so much. Jerome, it looked like you were feeling it today. 9 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and a nice dunk on this end of the court. How were you feeling today?
Feeling good. Just wanting to get everybody involved. Play as a team. That was the one thing Doc really preaches: just playing together, moving the ball, and not letting anything stick. And I think that's what we did tonight.
After playing all of last year, with experience with the team, how did things change for you this year in training camp, your second time around?
So for this year in training camp, you kind of know what to expect. We got an extra game, so that was cool. It wasn't as long of a training camp for us, but it was a great experience. Kind of showing the new guys, what to expect for the year coming up.
Preseason is all about working out the kinks and improving. What areas of your game do you want to improve at this point?
Just playing off the ball, being able to score without putting the ball on the ground and making really quick decisions. It's a very fast-paced game, and you don't have much time to make a decision. So for me, it's just making quick decisions.
You excited to get home?
Oh, for sure.
All right, Jerome. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Brian, back to you.
Well, a great afternoon for Jerome Robinson. Highlighted right there. Robinson with 9, 8, and 6 here today. Clippers are winners. Back with more from Honolulu after this.